when you hold a camera in the UK, people get really like nerve-wracking and really get scared. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thanks. So that is all what it's about. Like when you have a camera.
It's Strategy Gonet.
Basically, I came out today trying to get some interview done. And one thing about the UK is that people find it very strange when you see someone with a camera. They get really nervous. A man with a camera in the UK is like a police, you know. People get really scared, you know. People wonder like what's going on when you have a camera in the UK. So that's the thing, is like when you hold a camera in the UK, people get really like nerve-wracking and really get scared about.
You have drinks, things?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thanks. So that is all what it's about. Like when you have a camera, and so I came here to like try to get some interview and try to get some content. Of course, it's very windy, and maybe that's better. It's a lot of wind, so like I said, if you're in the UK, and one thing is like you have to understand like your personality matters, and it's all about how you feel about yourself, and how you feel about yourself is how it's how you think. How you think is how you react, and how you interact with people. How you interact with people tell a lot about you as a person. So it's really down to, everything is really down to the mindset and the way you think and the way you see yourself. If you want to be great, you have to think as a great. If you want to be somebody, you have to think like somebody, like who wants to be somebody. It doesn't matter what position you find yourself. Everything starts from the mind. You have to have the mindset to believe in yourself that you can become who you want to be. You can become who you want to be. You can become anyone you want to become. It doesn't matter how people look at you, how people feel about you. That doesn't matter. But what matters is that you have to have the mindset to believe it. The difference between 99% of the population and the 1%, those 1% that owns everything, is that they understand something that completely different from the rest of us. And because they understand something that's completely different, so information becomes the key. Those who become privileged to have those information tend to do everything in their power to keep those information to themselves. The first thing of becoming anyone you want to become is to access information. Information is power. Knowledge is power. Information is power. So if you got the right information, you can become anyone. You can become anything you want to be just by having the right information. If you want to be great, change the way you think. Change your mindset. Change your belief system. Change everything. Question things. Don't just accept anything for what it is. Question things. Don't just sit down and accept anything. That's a nice car. So don't just accept anything. You have to question everything. In order for you to learn anything, it's about you have to question it. Take your time to analyze it. Because most things we've taught, everything is bullshit. It's all made to scam you. It's all made or created to scam you. And that's one thing that you must understand. Like, the school is a business. Just like the prison system is a business. Just like the hospital is a business. Just like the bank is a business. It was created purposely to exploit, not to educate people. You understand? It was created purposely to exploit. If the government really care about how you think, if the government really care, like if they really care about humans, why should we go to school to get education, get in debt in order for you to get education, and then you have to pay it back to the government? You get education in order for you to be a lawyer employee. So you become a lawyer employee, you become a slave to the system. And institution is never meant for your own good. It was meant to create a bunch of slaves, not to give you freedom, because freedom is only when you exit the matrix. That's what I think about when you want to do anything with your life. Like, you have to focus on becoming yourself and becoming free. Everything you see around you, everything you see around us is created by men. You have to know that everything you see, it was created by men. Everything you're using today, just remember that it's created by men. And men who came before you created these things and put it in place so that people that comes after, they will have to follow the rules. So men that came before you make the rules, and people that came after have to follow the rules. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. It's a first come, first serve. When you see the inflation, and you see that the generation who came before this generation, they were able to own houses and buy multiple houses. This generation, only few will be able to pay off mortgage in their lifetime. Only few will be able to pay off their student loan in their lifetime. Only few, because the whole system is a scam. The whole system was set up to scam you. The older generation got lucky, but there's something called inflation. Inflation will keep going up. Inflation will keep going up, and people is gonna get poorer and poorer and poorer. The bank is gonna get wealthier and richer.